Okay, everybody, it's time for some massive updates. It has been a hectic last 2 days, let me tell you. So, if you don't know by now, I have undergone a horrible matrix attack or cancellation or online bullying, harassment, whatever you want to call it, that resulted in my Instagram account being banned. The Instagram account I've had for 2 years, Redbeard Rants 1, has been banned. It no longer exists, but it will be back. Listen, these people have no idea who the fuck I am. They don't know the resources I have. They think they've won. Let them celebrate and stuff like that. Let them also think that they're not vulnerable either. I have a huge, massive following. I can tell my followers to go report them and try to get their Instagram accounts taken down too. So, whatever. That's something else. So there's a whole big story I want to update you on with that. That's obviously a huge, huge thing. And I want to update you on other things too, like just where I see dating going in the year 2025, or about 10 days away from the year 2025, and also the future of the Passport Bro movement. So we're going to cover those three things. So first, the update on my personal life, this big cancellation. So I'll put a link to the girl who started this all. Her name is, in the American pronunciation, you would call it Maria Vivian Ramos. She's Brazilian, but she lives in Mexico City. And she has 142K followers. Most of them are fake. But she reached out to some other influencers and shared some clips about me talking about Brazil. And that resulted in a media shitstorm. And it wasn't them reporting my account. They did some dirty trick. Not like a hack. They didn't hack my account, but I know what they did, and I know how to fix this, and I know how to get my account back. It's funny that they think they've won. They think that like my Instagram account is gone, like as if I'm gonna stop. They clearly do not know who they're fucking with. But anyway, so this woman, your typical angry feminist, and the clip in question was me saying the following. Oh, so my thoughts on dating Brazil and Brazilian women. Gosh, I've dated from Africa to the Amazon jungle at this point. And let me tell you, Brazilian women have some of the best personalities. No, not some of the best personalities I've ever met. They're sophisticated, they're smart, they're sexy, they're affectionate, outgoing, always just so fun to be around. Always a pleasure, but definitely a bit of, promiscuous culture. I would say most of the women that I want to date with, I would have sex with on the first night, if not the second night. And so if that's an issue, whatever, girls with high body counts, I don't know if that's an issue, if you're looking for a wifey, maybe Brazil wouldn't be the place for you, but there's exceptions to everything. But yeah, great women, amazing, outgoing, but a bit active in the bedroom, and they can be a little bit promiscuous. Now, for some of you guys, you're probably thinking right now, well, shit, you didn't say anything that bad. I mean, okay, cool. I guess you said Brazilian women can be a bit promiscuous, but you padded it with like 15 good things. You have to understand the level of insanity that these people have in general. And you also have to understand that we as Americans don't get it, but people are very, very sensitive towards Americans saying anything about their country. And that sensitivity becomes ultra hypersensitive when it has anything to do with a foreigner talking about the women there or talking about dating. For instance, if I made a clip about I went to Peru and I'm this big white guy there. The average height of the average man is like 5'5". I tower over them, and being a white guy with blue eyes, even though I'm not the most handsome guy, the women basically just lined up for me, and it was very, very easy. They're gonna take that and say he's calling Peruvian women easy. He is encouraging sexual tourism in Peru. He's manipulating these women. I've never even been to Peru, by the way. But they're also saying, like, I sell a course on how to, like, pick up Brazilian women. I've never sold a course. So there's like, outright lying. Like, it's not even like, well, they take this clip where I said, a bunch of good things and one maybe slightly negative thing. They also just make up lies. She contacted a bunch of other influencers. Not sure if I already mentioned that. And they got it shut down. And let's fight fire with fire. I put a link to her Instagram in the description of this video. If we keep reporting her page, we can get her banned on Instagram too. And it's just insane that like they think I'm just gonna roll over and like let them attack me. Like absolutely not. Like all you angry feminists that are coming after me, you're gonna see some retaliation from my audience. You think you're not the only one who can tell an entire audience to go attack somebody. See, here's the thing. My audience is shy about giving testimonials and, putting themselves on camera and saying, oh, I got coached by this guy. He built me a high status social media profile. I'm matching with girls. I'm not even using dating apps. I'm using Instagram now, This Redbeard guy is so great. They're shy about that. But if they can just report you anonymously to help me out, they'll do it. And I got a big loyal following. And I know some big, powerful influencers too. Like, you're not the only one who can cry to like bitch ass, I won't even say his name. Ooh, fucking dude living in Brazil. Fucking simp weirdo bitch. But yeah, you're not the only one who has these resources to other powerful influencers. So yeah, what else can I say about it, right? They're hypersensitive. I said nothing wrong. She clipped the part where I said Brazilian women can be a bit promiscuous. She cut out the part where I said they're loving and intelligent and smart and sophisticated, love their personalities. Then a bunch of women came to my page and started talking shit. I uploaded the longer clip of the video that had all the good things that she cut out. And lo and behold, and this is almost impossible, this is the closest thing to impossible too, I actually was able to calm down and turn around angry feminists that said, they came to page, you're a piece of shit, you're garbage, how dare you talk about Brazilian women, you have no respect for Brazilian women. Then I send them the full clip in English, but I put in Brazilian subtitles, and I say, does that sound like I'm disrespecting Brazilian women? And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I didn't get the full story. Like, some of them like that. But then, half of them are like, you're still a passport bro, go home to your country. Like, they just chose violence that day. There's, they're angry feminists. There's nothing you can do as a guy. You're automatically guilty. But I was able, even one of them wanted to flirt with me. She's like, oh, I have a bit of a crush on you now. And so, like, seriously, from going to my page, from like a false, clip taken out of context, to actually turning her around to where she was flirting with me. So Maria Vivian Ramos, I'm actually going to get laid from you trying to cancel me. I'm also going to get my Instagram account back. I say nothing positive about Latina women and Brazilian women in general. And you're going to get yours. What can I say? I have a powerful audience. I can go tell my audience to shut down your accounts as well. You think you're the only one that can do this? Like seriously, do you not know who the fuck I am? Do you really think I'm just going to retire from being a dating coach and just say, yeah, I'm not going to vlog about my experiences in Chile and Costa Rica anymore and talk about dating and what I've experienced. I'm just going to go get a job as an investment banker. I'm going to try to work on Wall Street. I'm just going to go to New York now and try. Like, did you really think that was going to happen? And boy, if I could see the look on her face when justice gets served. Because these people, they think they're invincible. They have no idea that we can hit back. So yeah, hit back. Go report her. And what else can I say? I did nothing wrong, taken out of context. And I will say this. I have product market fit in my business now, and the money's starting to come in. My main offer that's working, I have a Skool community. You can join my Skool community and message me there. You can't message me on Instagram, but if you're interested, basically, long story short, I work with people and build them a high status social media profile. So the most gangster, in blazers, travel, nice places, touching up your appearance so you look like really, really good, and all the strategy of what to do when you have that amazing, super high status social media presence for networking or dating. I now, for one flat fee for life, like I'll coach these guys until the end of time, till they get it done, provide them photographers, tell them what to wear, how to pose, where to take the photos, how to touch them up. I even have a person that'll touch up the photos for them, etc. And that offer's taking off. So I do this whole Redbeard rants, picking up girls, dating coach thing, somewhat for selfish reasons because I got to make money. But I also do it for y'all. Even if I had unlimited money, I would still do this and I would still never back down. I deal with a very large scale cancellation once every 3 to 6 months. Or some girl that like I was dating and gave me full permission to like use her face in video says, well, we're not dating now and I'm dating a new guy, and even though he would never see your videos because he's in Bangalore, India, like I want all the content taken on. I'm like, no, you gave me, I have a video of you holding your ID saying that I have your permission to use you in a video. And then they'll threaten me, like give me death threats. The boyfriend will threaten, if I see you and I know where you live, I'm gonna come kill you. Obviously it's all chatter, it's all bullshit. But I do this for y'all because listen, my story is your story, which is the following. Especially if you're around my age, you remember a time in 2011, 2012, 2013 when dating was difficult. Dating was always difficult as a man. The women always had all the power, was always with the women. But it at least used to be somewhat possible around that time. Around 2015, 16, the feminist movement came strong. Women became very masculine. They started to hate men. And they also got, these inflated, ridiculously high standards. And by the year 2018, 2019, it was basically done with. And you were forced, you were, white male refugees or black male, whatever. It doesn't matter what your race is, but, male refugees seeking refuge in foreign countries looking for women that are still feminine, that still act like women, that don't, they're not rude, they're not combative, they're not disagreeable. And they don't have like these inflated high standards. So I'm always going to talk about where I go to date. I'm always going to give my honest review. I'm always going to say what I need to say without holding back too much. Listen, I'll hold back a little bit, right? There's certain things I'll tell you in person, or I'll have to dog whistle it, which means you kind of like beat around the bush the way you say it. But yeah, I'm not stopping for selfish reasons of making money, for my heart, for doing this for you guys, and because just like, listen, angry feminist mob, the more you attack, the more you I like this shit. I like gearing up for war. Like, this is fun to me. The more you try to like come after me, I will never stop. I'm not going to stop being a dating coach. If you take down 15 Instagram accounts and 15 YouTube accounts, I will never stop. I don't disrespect women. I disrespect American women. I'll take that back. I say very bad things about American women because it's true. I say that they're masculine. I say that they're entitled. I say that they're overweight. I say that they're just unrealistically high standards. But the hate never comes from them because in America, we just don't do that shit. We have bigger problems. But apparently in Latin America, you guys don't have bigger problems than a guy who said Brazilian women are absolutely amazing. I adore them, but they can be a little bit promiscuous. Apparently, that's World War Z for you guys, whatever. Okay, cool. So that's the update on that. I'll post another update. Maybe it'll just be a quick video or something when I actually get my Instagram back, which shouldn't be more than 2 days. And hopefully we'll take hers down as well within that time frame, or similar. If her account isn't down pretty soon, it will be. Okay. Next thing is this. Updated my personal life, now updates on dating just in general, where I see it going. We're about 10 days out from the year 2025, so we're kind of switching gears here. In Southern California, you're completely fucked if you want to buy a house. My parents bought a house for, if you adjusted for inflation, was roughly $550K. The house is worth, it is a good amount of time. It is 20 million years later. But it's worth 1.2 million. And again, the 500,000 adjusted for inflation, they actually bought it for closer to $300,000, but I'm adjusting for inflation. So $550,000 in that buying power. So it's more than doubled. So the best time to buy a house in Southern California was, let's say 20 years ago, right? No, I take that back. Probably like 30 or 40 years ago. That'd be the best time. No, wait. 50 or 60 years ago. No, wait. 80. You see what I'm doing, right? The Southern California housing market just gets more competitive, more bullshit, more expensive, more inflated, more difficult year after year. And the trend is not stopping. As it is with dating, you're just going to see more and more tattoos. You're going to see more and more piercings. You're going to see more and more pay-for-play culture, OnlyFans, things like that, actual prostitution. You're going to see more of this normalization of misandry and the feminist movement growing stronger. You're going to see a more normalization of women becoming masculine and not wanting to submit to a man. You're going to see a diminishing gringo advantage as more passport bros get out there and figure out some suburb 20 minutes outside of Montevideo, Uruguay. That suburb will get saturated in 10, 15 years. Look, there may be some places, Brazil's a massive country. There may be some places where a foreigner can go for, finding a wife and, small town girl with good values for the foreseeable future for a really, really long time. But, Rio and Sao Paulo and Medellin are already done. Not because there's too many foreigners per se. Well, Medellin, yes. And they hate foreigners now, xenophobia. But Rio and Sao Paulo, because Brazil's kind of related to the US in a way, they're kind of like cousins in a way. Very, very similar countries in many, many ways, the United States and Brazil. They kind of follow with the whole feminist movement. Miami is worse than Rio and Sao Paulo, but it's not much worse. In Miami, again, this is what they're going to do. I'm saying that OnlyFans and prostitution is worse in Miami they're going to clip and remove that part out and say, he says that most women, attractive women in Rio and Sao Paulo are doing OnlyFans and prostitution. They're going to try to clip that out, but hopefully I spoke that in a way where they can't do it. But it's an unfortunate thing. You're going to see that getting higher and higher. Like I said, sorry, I'm a bit sick. That's why I keep still making content for y'all. Sick or nothing, I'm still making the content for y'all. Increase in superficiality, more emphasis, put on looks. So just be more beautiful influencers, more people living on social media. You're also going to see some weird AI and VR come into our dating. Like if you've already felt like, damn, dating apps are artificial and weird, and I got to deal with this algorithm and take these amazing photos. I got to hire, Casey Redbeard to, take all the photos and touch them up and enhance my stomach that barely has any abs showing, pretty much no abs at all, and then add abs in Photoshop that look perfect that nobody can tell and make my biceps a good, 20% bigger. I got to do all that. If you thought that was weird, wait till your AI on Bumble is dating her AI, and your AI from what you search, what you listen to, what you watch, voice messages, text messages you've sent, videos you've created. Your AI on your phone gets to know you, and her AI is doing the same thing. Wait till your AIs date each other for compatibility before you two actually meet. That's what's coming up. That's coming up. I'll be teaching that. Whatever the latest cutting edge in dating is, I will be on top of it. Never stopping. Never stopping cutting edge content. Never stopping keeping it raw. Never stop attacking the feminists and the cancel culture when they come after me. I will never, ever stop. I will never, ever back down, run away, or stop. You're going to have to put me under the ground. Unless you're prepared to put me under the ground, and I'm not hard to find, y'all are really brave on the internet. No one says shit in person. Talk that shit in person. I'm never stopping, okay? Now, another thing that I'm never stopping is being a passport bro, or am I? This is the last thing I want to talk about, the future of the passport bro movement. Excuse me. There was some comedian, his words, not mine, says when he flies in to do a show in a foreign country, he's leaving the airport, going down in the city. I won't even say a name of a country because then they'll attack me, but Kurzburka land. And he's driving through Kurzburka land, and he's this is it? This is your infrastructure? This is your sidewalks? This is your buildings? This looks like shit. What are you guys doing? As many passport bros who are trying to be refugees in other countries for dating, because the dating is pretty much non-existent here now, it's 1,000 to 1 or 10,000 to 1 people that are trying to get into the United States versus trying to leave. And the reason for that, a lot of these countries, I won't name any countries in particular, or I won't name the region of the world that they're in. But a lot of these countries, if I'm to be perfectly honest, are third world shitholes. Nothing works. There's no infrastructure. Doing anything with government takes 20 years. There's downed power lines everywhere. Stray dogs in the streets. Dog shit everywhere. Dangerous. Gangs. Maybe in some countries, I won't specify the name of the country. Maybe the cartel secretly controls everything. Or some type of gangs. Look at El Salvador. And MS-13, those cartels, those gangs, up until recently, control the entire country. It's all fun to be a 21, 25, 26-year-old passport bro and smash a bunch of girls overseas. In the perfect world, we would go there for, romance and finding wives. That's my ultimate goal. That's my end goal with this. Probably bring her back to the U.S. Because when you're 25, 26, just running through a bunch of hoes, okay, cool. Is having sex with beautiful women fun? Yes, it is. But what's the end goal? Where is this going, right? And listen, no judgment. If you don't ever want a long-term relationship, you just want to be single and smash the day you die, all good, partner. But for most of us, we eventually want a relationship. Are you going to live in Uzbekistan, where everything is shit, the food is shit, random things like your whey protein powder are 10 times more expensive? You literally can't get anything. You can't get a new camera lens for your phone. You can't get one of these microphones. You can't get grass-fed beef protein powder. You can't get magnesium L-threonate. You can't most of these countries just can't get anything. They don't have Amazon. It's funny. You would think that they would Mercado Libre, ain't it? That's the eBay of Latin America or the Amazon of Latin America, but it's complete shit. It ain't it. So I think the play is meeting a girl and bringing her back to the US comes with tremendous risks. And listen, if you just love the Philippines or Bangkok, you're going to learn Thai. Sawadee ka. Like if you're going to learn to speak Thai, go for it. But I think for most of us, we want to live in the first world. We want to live where shit actually works. We want to live where we can comfortably speak English and understand the cultural references. We want to live with friends that aren't transient digital nomads that are leaving every year and a half to 2 years, completely rebuild your entire social circle every 2 years. Meet some people in Tampa, Florida that live there that ain't going anywhere. And you can have the best of both worlds. Bring your girl back. It's expensive. There's other disadvantages. But that's what I see for the Passport Bro movement future is a lot of guys realizing that, it's cool to, tell the stories and adventure and stuff. But when it comes down to something long term, I think I probably want to eventually raise kids in America. I don't think I'd want to do that I'm just going to pick on a random country, Honduras. Now watch. What did he say about Honduras? He doesn't want to raise kids. And what is he implying? I'm implying that Honduras is poor and underdeveloped and likely dangerous. And I don't understand the culture there. And I'd probably have to deal with a lot of low IQ third world country bullshit. That's what I'm saying about Honduras. Come cancel me. Post this on Twitter. Do you think I give a fuck? I have no problem with the people of Honduras. I'm just stating they will clip this and they will try to get me canceled in Honduras. I'm allowed to have an opinion, okay? In America, we have something called freedom of speech. I think most Latin American countries have it. I don't think Venezuela does, but I think most countries have it. Come at me, Honduras. If that offended you, look, my next Instagram account will be taken down by angry Honduran feminists. All respect to my Honduran people. I got nothing against you. It was just a random example. I think you get the context. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Those are my updates. Stay tuned for the update when I eventually get my Instagram account back. I mean, you'll probably just see the account on Instagram. It was Redbeard Rants 1. So yeah, if I'm ignoring you or you think I blocked you, I didn't block you, it's still there. Never backing down. The YouTube, they won't be able to ever delete the YouTube. YouTube is like the one network where it's really, really, really hard to take down somebody's YouTube. So they can try to come at me for that. I'm sure they will, but they will never succeed. I will win in the end, as I always do. And that has been another Redbeard Rant. Peace out, boys.